break it. Hey guys!
Hi everyone!
Welcome to our final episode of season 1 of Pastel Underground.
Hey,
Woo!
we made it!
Yeah. I'm Maggie.
I'm Aiden, and we did like 80 episodes, 90.
60,000.
Whoa, this was a long season.
It was a truly long season.
And painful.
Started 25 years ago,
And
now we're here.
I did it as a fetus.
So,
oh my god.
yeah, you know, you did it when you were in the womb, honestly.
Oh my god.
Aiden said something before we came online. He said he was the king of everything,
Your
and
words,
he would
not mine.
explain it to me. So now I'm putting you on the spot, Aiden.
Previously on Pastel Underground, I mentioned something about a certain event happening. At first, we got to go back to the past. The year is this year, and there's a recall election going on in California.
Woo!
Oh my! It was very closely. People thought it was going to be closely contested. People were like panicking and was worried about the future of the state. So at the end of our last show, I looked to the camera, possibly this camera, and remind our viewers to vote.
Vote.
Cut to Tuesday, the 14th of this week, of this month, of this year. The election results are wrapped up, and the recall did not go through.
It did not. Woo!
So,
thank God. We're still with Newsom.
Yep. So I'm gonna say me telling the viewers to vote as the thing that pushed us to a landslide victory.
I
Thus,
think so. I mean, our plethora of... I like it.
Yeah. The king of everything. I saved California. I want a high five, Joe Biden.
I should have brought my Joe Biden glasses out.
Yeah.
Darn it,
Are
that
these
would have been perfect.
I don't think these are Joe Biden
Those are
glasses.
not
They
Joe
are
Biden.
not.
No, they're the aviators. They're
These
the
are what they are?
Those aren't. No, but they're the
Yeah.
gold and brown aviator
that's what
ones.
my mom wears
that kind of
sometimes.
yeah. They make you look like a Secret Service
Ooh,
person.
that's a cool look.
Except they're too big for my head. But apparently I have Biden teeth too, so thanks, Dad.
Is your dad Joe Biden or related?
Yeah. Forgot to tell you guys that one. My dad's Joe Biden.
That explains the Secret Service always around here.
But you know who's not Joe Biden?
Us?
Jackson Greer.
Ah, that dude. What's his
Jackson
deal?
Greer. He is born and raised in SoCal, singer-songwriter, the incredible guitarist we have on tonight. The name of his band is Walking Dolls, and you can find them at Walking Dolls Music on Instagram, as they say. And he just came out with his first EP, and so you can find his music out anywhere.
On music listening places.
On any music listening place of
Yep.
your heart's
Spotify,
content.
Apple Music, YouTube, gramophones on the street.
And it's just Walking Dolls EP, so go check it out.
Speaking of checking things out, we also have socials. We have
do.
Twitch, which if you're watching it live, you're watching it there. Click follow. If you're not watching this live on Twitch, you could be watching it live on YouTube. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the bell icon. That's what they say. I don't know. Our channel needs. I don't know. We'll get the bells checked.
I haven't YouTubed in a while.
Really, YouTube is like the greatest website.
I don't tube. I'm not a tuber.
Speaking of tubing, we have an Instagram. Bad segue. We have an Instagram. I don't know the handle, and I don't care.
The Instagram handle is Pastel Underground Music.
She cares.
Pastel Underground. And then we have a Twitch.
Yeah, that's
My Twitch was hacked by, like, a porn account.
forgot
I need
your
to take it
password.
down. No, I literally was hacked by a porn account. But it's so funny because it's, like, some stupid tweet from 2017 where I'm like, ha ha ha, like, I forgot to turn in my homework. And then it's like, follow me here to see me naked. And I'm like, oh, that needs to come down.
It's a downward spiral real fast for forgetting your homework. If you get one homework assignment, soon you're on OnlyFans.
Soon you're on OnlyFans.
It's all downhill from here.
I'll fix that eventually.
You know what's going uphill? Segueing to the artist.
Woo! Jackson Greer, everyone! Take it away!
Yeah.
It was a vicious attack I could not combat. The house is lit on fire. I watched the trees burn, but what did I learn? How to hide my own concern. Felt like a suicide the night our love died. The drops rolled down the window and the signals crossed. What a terrible cost. when you blew it all away before you changed. I couldn't see the flashing in the sky before you changed. I'd never even wait for your reply before you changed. We carved our names out of a heart in the wood. I'm not sentimental, I just liked you like you were. Well, you were there with me in a beautiful dream. I woke with a violent shudder. The signals crossed with a terrible cost when you let me down before you changed. I couldn't see the flashing in the sky before you changed. I couldn't even wait for your reply before you changed. We carved our names out of a heart in the wood. I'm not sentimental, I just liked you like you were. Before you changed, I couldn't see the flashing in the sky. Before you changed, the truth was standing right before my eyes. Before you changed, I knew you from your heart and your word. I'm not sentimental, I just liked you like you were.
I dropped a pick at some point during that. No, I can't find it. So I'm gonna be playing through the entire Walking Dolls EP, which it's a long EP because it's 7 songs, which isn't really an EP, but that's the name. So yeah, I'd never played that song acoustic before, and there's gonna be another acoustic debut later on. Anyway, all right. Gotta take the cable. Oh my god, I gotta tune this too. I'm sorry. All right. I'll do the best I can.
You flow like a satellite, spinning round and round my head. It feels like an endless night when you're gone. Yeah, we were making paper planes. We can't be blamed, it's 103 outside. Our lives are turning out the same. It's a wonder we've survived. Just one more kiss before I go. I can't bear the thought of being alone. One more kiss before I go. Yeah, we stayed in bed all day, hiding out till the sunlight ceased to shine. It It always makes me feel this way. I just wish you'd sympathize. My thoughts start to burn away, and through the smoke I can feel the sunrise break. Or it could all go up in flames. That's a chance I'll have to take. Just one more kiss before I go. I can't bear the thought of being alone. One more kiss before I go. Here's to hoping I can sleep tonight without you by my side. Even though the world may decay and we'll all be goners anyway, your kiss will save me tonight. Just one more kiss before I go. I can't bear to be alone. Just one more kiss before I go.
Thank you. That is One More Kiss. And this song is called Without a Trace.
Sometimes it feels like the summer never comes. Breaking waves are just a dream. Every moment I feel like letting go. I find the truth is not what it seems. Soulmates turn away when darkness shows its face. Bonds break on cold days, go drifting into space. You're gone without a trace. Desperation, the fear of what's inside, at a loss for what to say. The tears and memories are clouding up my eyes. I'm tethered to a memory. Soulmates turn away when darkness shows its face. Bonds break on cold days, go drifting into space. You're gone without a trace. Soulmates turn away when darkness shows its face. Bonds break on cold days, go drifting into space. gone without a trace. Thank you. I gotta move this up. The next song is called Devil on My Shoulder. And it'll be interesting to try it this way. So we'll see how it goes. Show me all I know you can do tonight. Tell me all I know you can say. I need to see you in your element of darkness before this moment slips away. I'll be the one to take the fall. Devil on my shoulder, tell me what to see. Is this in my life or just a dream? Cut me in half or stitch me up. You know I'm already tearing at the seams. I sold my soul for this. I've come to serve my master, and I've had to sacrifice my dreams. And as the darkness takes my memories, they're fading faster. Devil on my shoulder, set my spirit free. Shall I bear this weight eternally? As I burn in the furnace of your arms, the earth shall open wide. Receive the shadows of my life, let the other ones inside. Devil on my shoulder, guide me through the night. Help me walk this path into the light. Thank you. Okay, I have to slow down, calm down for this next one. These songs are very dissimilar to the way I'm doing them right now on the EP. But if you like them, you'll probably like them on the EP as well. I would hope. Under the light, her beauty magnifies, and it all comes raining down on you. A force from hell, where freedom dwells, and the past comes into view. to your love. Wait for the world to wear it down. Put me in chains, I will remain till the final block comes down. We lived alone in a tower of stone where the roses bloomed against the moon. The war we fought, a distant thought, hear the echo of an army choir's tune. I'll build a monument to your love and wait for the world to wear it down. Put me in chains, I will remain, and I'll climb it to the top to where the angels spend their time, and all my thoughts dissolve like salt around the diamonds in the mine. And then I'll stare off in the distance, waiting for your ship to rise over the ocean line. Yeah. I'll build a monument to your love. Wait for the world to wear it down. Put me in chains, I will remain, and I'll carve your name in every frame, and here I'll stay till the end of days, till the final block comes down.
Thank you. All right, this is a song that I couldn't figure out for years how to do it. It's probably maybe the oldest song on this EP, and now I feel like I can kind of do it acoustic. So there you go. It's called "I Can't Believe It."
To make love, but you didn't respond. Tried to break even, but the money's all gone. She told me, quiet boy, you know it's time to move on. Oh no. Stuck in the silence that you left behind. Life keeps on moving, I'm just wasting my time, and all of your words just play over and over in my mind, and I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Wasn't it yesterday you said you'd never let me down, but our future just crumbled when the truth came around. Now all the promises we made, they're all buried somewhere underground, and I can't believe it. I won't believe it. Dead of night, I wandered through the rain. I'm preyed on by a feeling I can't explain. and every corner's haunted. 'Cause everything I wanted is just crushing my soul. And I can't believe it. I won't believe it. And I can't believe it. I won't believe it, yeah.
Thank you. So this will be the last song. It's called "I'll Still Be Gone." It's really hot in here, by the way. You said that earlier, but I wasn't prepared. It's all right. All right.
Well, I was trying to behave, but all the walls I built were coming down. I had my head turned to the ground, like I could keep the crowd from finding out. I never used to say your name, but now I feel like I could shout it out, send my message to the world, that nothing is worth the little games that we play. Don't say you've been forsaken, you know my heart is breaking. And when you wake up, darling, I'll still be gone. Well, I was talking to myself. It was one of those times I needed to hear that I don't need nobody else. When all these changes were taking their place, you were standing in the rain. At first I thought that I could try you out, and it filled me up with shame that I couldn't be there when you needed the strength. Don't say you've been forsaken, you know my heart is breaking. And when you wake up, darling, I'll still be gone. Don't say it's now or never, this thing could last forever. And when you wake up, darling, I'll still be gone. Don't say you've been forsaken, you know my heart is breaking. And when you wake up, darling, I'll still be gone. Don't say it's now or never, nothing could last forever. And when you wake up, darling, I'll still be gone. Thank you.
That was Jackson Jackson Greer of Walking Dolls, everyone. That was a freaking phenomenal performance and some incredible acoustic guitar. We are going to sit down and have an interview with him in just a bit, but go ahead and go up, refresh your drinks, get some popcorn, and we'll be back in about 10 minutes. Guys, welcome on back to Pastel Underground. We are here with Jackson Greer, the talented, the amazing of the Walking Dolls. Yeah, how you doing tonight? Let's just start off there.
I'm doing good.
Yeah?
I'm doing good. I got a little cough, but other than that.
How has your COVID quarantining pandemic life been?
It was horrible.
Yeah.
As for most people, I think mine extended a little longer than most people's because I kind of doubly quarantined for the EP recording process.
Got it. Yeah, so how was that kind of process like for you? Because you mentioned tonight that it was a little bit different than the songs that you played for us. I'm guessing some of that has to do with the acoustic nature versus the obviously layering and such. But what would you say the main difference is for people who are going to check it out after this?
The songs are the songs and they're pretty much the same, but the difference is the production, obviously, since I don't have a band yet.
Yeah.
I couldn't really pull them off that way. But yeah, it's mostly the arrangements. Biggest thing.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say I really enjoyed the arrangements with the acoustic guitars.
Yeah.
I feel like for a lot of acoustic guitars they just do open chords or bar chords. It felt like you had a lot of interesting chord sounds going on. I'm like, wait, that sounds pretty spicy or exotic or fancy.
Yeah, I don't know if this kind of performance picks that up more than the EP, but either way, that's cool. There were a couple of the songs, as I said, that I had never played before acoustically, and then at the beginning of one of them, my pick sweated out of my fingers.
Oh no!
Was that the one that needed the
first song?
reset? Oh, the first song.
Ooh.
It's a good start, but that's how it goes.
Gotta start by dropping a pick.
First time performing original songs since early 2020. So.
Yeah, it's been a freaking long time.
Yeah.
So age-old question, chicken or the egg? I'm gonna reframe it. Guitar or vocals? Which usually comes first for you?
In the writing process or
in the writing process, as well as in terms of your musical kind of journey. Which one did you start off with?
I've always been a singer.
Yeah.
I was a singer. I was in choir when I was a kid.
What? I'm guessing tenor. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And I liked singing along with stuff, but I didn't really get into music till I was in late middle school. My dad kind of forced me to learn how to play guitar.
Yeah.
So
was he musical?
Yeah, he was a musician and songwriter in the 80s.
Oh, cool. Does
the
he have an
70s,
EP
80s.
out?
He doesn't. He wants me to record him one though.
There we go.
So
Getting work,
Yeah.
I hope.
The next EP, father son duo.
yeah, we'll see.
Instead of walking dogs, it's walking dads.
Walking Dads! Walking Dolls to Walking
I have
Dads.
a cover image and I just immediately hate it already.
Oh, please draw it for me and send it to me. I'll
it's
probably
you
use it.
And it'll
walking
be
your dad,
his-
him is walking on 4 legs with a collar.
Oh no.
Wait, no collar?
I
think he's watching
I
this.
don't know
So.
what your dad looks like, so I can just paint the image in your head. I don't know. I have no skin in this game, but I can. hurt
This is
you
not my
and cost
idea.
him. My idea costs money.
I don't know. I like it. Original artwork.
Yeah.
New album.
Walking dads.
It's probably it's mostly bluesy stuff, so that might throw off a potential listener.
They're
They might
gonna
think
be
it's
into it.
Flaming Lips or
They're gonna
something.
They're gonna
Yeah.
be surprised, whoa. This
Hey.
is walking baseline for walking dogs. There you go.
Well,
Nas
it makes
Dogs?
me think of it makes me think of Walking Dead. Honestly, I feel like I would mishear it, and I'd be like, "Oh, this is some cool bluesy zombie music." What's happening?
I have called your band the Walking Dogs so many times today.
You're not the only one.
It's a lot of D sounds. Just get walking and it's dogs. Speaking of walking, what's the name with Walking Dolls? Were you haunted by dolls as a child?
No,
or?
So it was. I don't know if you've ever read the book or seen the play Gypsy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was in it once, and I was reading the memoir that it's based on, and she said that in the early days of their vaudeville performances before she became a burlesque dancer, they had walking dolls as part of their act, and those are dolls where you move their arms and their legs move.
Yeah. So it's kind of
Which
like
is creepy,
Puppet?
but
Yes.
kind of awesome.
Kind of like puppets.
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay.
And then I found out what they were, and my my mom had one as a child, so it kept like coming back, and I was like, I'm just gonna go with it. I like that. I like the name. It's a little creepy, a little like androgynous.
I think like Chucky or the Child's Play thing when they have talking dogs, some horror thing. That's one of the coolest band names I've heard from like out of all of our guests. I feel like
good to hear.
That's really cool.
And it's a personal note, so it's like
that's actually cool. I feel like you had the smoothest band name experience.
I mean, it took a long time to get one. To
get there.
Yeah, it was my friend and I. He was originally going to be in it, but then COVID happened and he moved.
Yeah.
But that was the one we came together on.
Do you have any rejected band name stories of just some names that never made the cut, or are they all just locked up in a book and thrown into the ocean? That's how I
think all the bad band names came out in high school, and I don't care to revisit them.
They're in a book in the ocean.
Yeah, they're in a book in the ocean.
Oh my goodness! So you said you want to. You're interested in kind of really forming this band, and what are your hopes and dreams for the future, kind of near future?
Well, there's a lot of songs. Most people would recommend against releasing your first release 7 songs at once, because it's not the best
But you're not most people.
I'm not.
You're built different.
But I do have a lot of songs. So that's if you only have 7 songs, then this would be a very, very bad mistake.
Yeah.
But no, there's more coming. But anyway, I want it to be. I want to perform live. I want it to be these are all written with a band in mind. I tried to make it as bandy as I could, recording on the EP. And so, I hope that it becomes a real full thing, and we end up recording albums and playing live and doing the thing.
What other band members do you want? Is that like drums?
Like instrumentation.
Well,
there was a time when I just wanted the power trio lineup, which is guitar, bass, drums, because I think it's it's so tight, and like it's just a good,
like your Green Days or your Rushes or Nirvana.
It's so wild that Rush was a power, that's so mind blowing.
They were the power trio. Like, they were wizards.
I just always find that the energy on those lineups is really, really good always, and the synergy between the players. But then I recorded this, and I realized that it'd be really hard to get some of these songs across the way that I did on the EP with 3 people. So I've opened it up to whatever ends up happening.
You're looking for like a second guitar.
I want at least a second guitar and a keyboard, probably.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say the classic quintet: 2 guitars, bass, keys, drums.
There we go.
That's a pretty solid lineup. Yeah.
When did you first start songwriting in particular?
I guess I started when I was like 15 or 16, but I wasn't consistent about it until college, and still then. To call that consistent is pretty misleading.
Yeah.
I really got writing writing really consistently probably like 5 or 6 years ago.
Cool.
But I had been building up to it for years.
Yeah.
You
didn't just like suddenly one day turn on your computer and go, I write now.
Yeah, no, not exactly. But I have a college notebook that was full of bad songs.
Throw that into the ocean. There you go.
It's a lot of books we're throwing in the ocean. I love it.
I think it needs to be burned.
Oh, I mean...
No, there's actually a few good songs in there. I shouldn't...
You can rip those pages out and frame them.
Yeah.
And then throw the rest of it to the fishes
into
the ocean.
What's been your most favorite song that you've written?
I've said this before, but Monument is pretty dear to my heart, just because it kind of was the first one where I felt my influences kind of come together into something that was sort of unique and more than some of its parts.
Yeah.
So I really like that one. Devil on My Shoulder I'm really partial to as well. And there's some that I really love that I've written that are not quite ready for release, but but I think they keep getting better, so that's good news.
So you've mentioned influences. Who are your musical influences, or just influences?
Big Green Day fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
I was gonna say we're apparently at the same show where we.
We
talked
Dodger
about
Stadium, baby.
Dodger Stadium, hella mega tour.
Yeah.
Good times, but sorry for interrupting.
No,
Green Day.
no, please. I'm really into. I find that most of my influence comes from '90s alternative and 2000s alternative.
Yeah.
Any specific bands from those eras? There's a whole lot of.
Alternative is such a broad category.
So it's trying to narrow it down.
I've always been into, Pearl Jam is probably my favorite of the grunge, but I really like Nirvana. Green Day, I really like. Counting Crows, I'm a really big fan of. Yeah. Awesome.
Casey Anderson.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Hey.
that guy.
Wow. That's impressive. Their cover
You're
of that
hanging
song.
out with some music nerds.
Yeah.
So.
No, that's awesome. Their new EP that they released recently is so good.
Counting Crows EP?
Yeah, it's like a suite where it's 4 songs that all go together.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's,
Fucking phenomenal.
that sounds like some Dream Theater shit right there. Damn.
It's really good. And they just played at the beach. I went to the Beach Life Festival a few days ago too.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, my sister apparently worked at that festival. She said she had a bad time. I don't know
That
why.
working at a music festival sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah,
So
it
That does sound like a nightmare.
It's like she teased me the story like, oh, by the way, it sucked, but I have to go. I'll tell you about it later. I'm like, oh, I want to know the juice, but
yeah.
find
What do
out
you think is the worst music festival to like have to work at? I feel like it's
Dude,
either Coachella
It has
or
to be Coachella.
yeah.
Because it's so hot.
Yeah, that's true. It's like you have to stand the entire day in this blazing ass heat.
I went in 2009. I went to
Oh,
Coachella.
yeah?
Oh, really?
It was like, it was Paul McCartney,
Oh my god,
The Killers, and The Cure.
that's
This sounds
incredible.
Like good. I know.
I would have gone to that.
I would have.
Yeah,
no, my
but I
dad-
would never have gone to any of them since then. I have no interest.
It's
I
all
went in
good.
2018, and it was such a weirdly bougie experience based on like just friends that I had. We ended up getting a house there, so we got to we got carded and like had this like VIP thing, like
we
got
had a house,
behind the
too.
scenes and a few things, and we were like, what? And I still was like, what the fuck? It's so goddamn hot here.
It's so bad.
And like, there's so many people, and you're sticky.
Not worth it.
Oh,
Yeah,
my God.
it was an interesting experience.
I saw Cage the Elephant really early on in their career.
Yeah.
They're there. And then I saw them a week ago.
I saw KG Elephant
Very
early
different.
on in their careers. This is so funny. Literally, we have
That's
so
funny.
much in common concert-wise.
Yeah.
But they were opening up for the Foo Fighters. The drummer broke their leg.
Still
so
never seen Foo Fighters.
I've got. But Dave Grohl played drums for KG Elephant because the
What?
drummer broke their leg, so he filled in for the drummer. Which is,
I'm very jealous.
Couldn't tell you.
I'm really into Foo Fighters too.
I've seen it 4 times. It's crazy. They're very, very good live.
I know.
That's so cool.
I'm-
Who's your favorite performer live?
Again, Counting Crows are so good live.
Yeah.
I've seen them live.
They're ridiculously good live.
Seen them live.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, they were at the Beach Life Festival.
Oh yeah, you were just.
And
telling
I've
me
seen them
about
like
it.
10
Yeah,
other
yeah,
times
yeah.
too. I'm a really, really big fan of theirs. But also, I had an answer to this. I've always had an
Who
answer to
you've
this.
Enjoyed
a really
seeing
good
live.
show.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I mean, Green Day's amazing.
They were great.
Pearl Jam's a great show. I'm not a really big Billy Joel fan, but when I saw his show, I was pretty blown away
Like
by
the
it.
Piano
Yeah.
Man Billy Joel.
Yes, that one.
Oh wow.
Dang.
That's,
The guitar man.
that's a Green Day. That's why I was confused. Like Billy Joe Armstrong or Billy Joel?
Billy Joel Armstrong.
Yeah. It's
That'd be
Billy
a
Joel
weird
Armstrong.
combo.
yeah.
That's freaking
The
funny.
plot twist is the Billy is from Billie Eilish. It's a
love it.
trio.
But
We
most,
got some question. Oh, I don't want to cut you off. You
Oh,
go
please.
ahead.
but I can't even think of. I mean, I'm kind of harping on the same ones because I just can't think right now. But
Amazing.
yeah.
My favorite performance live is the band Muse. That was the.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was the greatest live show I've ever seen. Like in terms of just a power trio.
They're a trio,
Power
again.
Trio, but is just like not human. Like they're not my all-time favorite band, but that was my all-time favorite concert. They're just.
His voice is just phenomenal.
It's so you can do the voice, the guitar. All of them are great musicians. The songwriting, and then the presentation, all the
Yeah.
the forum, and all the effects.
Yeah.
Dang.
All right, let's hear some fan questions.
It's actually not questions. I just wanted to shout out Denise Greer at J Pivot or Pivot. I can't tell if that's an R or a V. It's an R. So Pivot. There we go. And Gordon Jorgensen, thank you guys for donating. All of the tips are gonna go to our artist Jackson Greer over here. If you haven't donated yet and you would like to, I was looking at the wrong camera for that, wasn't I? Great, solid. If you want to donate and you haven't yet, go ahead and you have to go to our about section in our page and then scroll down and the tips forum for PayPal is all up on there. So go ahead and go do that. All that goes to Jackson Greer over here.
Ooh, give him money.
I'll take it.
Woo!
He needs it.
So, on...
It's not wrong. It's not wrong. Like,
God damn
what?
it.
Everyone needs money.
No, you're right.
We can't bring you anywhere.
Yeah,
Oh, that's my favorite thing.
So on a fucking lighter note,
that's money.
as you were quarantining twice in COVID, what was your go-to kind of bored in the house activity? Were you a TV binge watcher? Were you actually practicing your music like a good creative? What were you doing?
I'm kind of a one-trick pony, I guess, because during the actual like quarantine for like 2020,
Yeah.
I was, and like the early part of 2021, I was learning how to mix and recording demos, and pretty much all the time.
So you're one of those good creatives.
Sure. I don't know what a bad creative. What is a bad creative?
Yeah.
I guess. Well,
curious.
it's like. Yeah, that's a bad analogy. I got nothing.
Show your work, Maggie. What's a bad
No.
creative?
No,
I guess.
I'm a-
yeah.
Yeah, no, I. It's not even like hard work. It's just what I love doing. And,
No, that's awesome.
and I really didn't actually intend on making the EP until like a year ago. I
wow.
hadn't been thinking of it that way. I was just enjoying learning and doing demos, and then I kind of realized once there was no chance of any band happening in the future, like in the next few months or anything, I was like, well, I should get the songs out there.
Yeah.
So I just got to it.
How long did it take you to record from start to finish?
Well, so it's kind of divided up into a few different parts of the process. I'm sorry.
Bless you.
Thank you.
I'm sure if that was a cough or a sneeze.
It was a cough. It's always a cough today.
Gesundheit? Is that what they say for coughs?
No, that's still sneezing.
That's still. There's nothing for coughs. You just go.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
really
Don't
dumb.
cough on me,
I hate
please.
that.
Yeah, like not on me. It's like you good.
Yeah,
You
good,
pat
boo?
someone's back. It's like a physical thing.
That
right?
feels like how you get COVID.
I always think that'll make people cough more. But anyway,
You're just patting the coughs out.
Oh, I guess yeah, it is. I don't know. Anyway, sorry, cut you off like 3 times there.
Sorry.
no, it's okay. So there was the actual recording period, which took quite a while. That took a few months. And then I was like, and then I'll have it mixed in a month. And that was insane. And so I was like, it's going to be out in June. And then it was out in September.
September 3rd is when it was released, right?
There we go.
Yes.
I remembered something, yes.
Wow. Good job.
Yeah, didn't let it go into the ocean.
Yeah.
Any significance on the September 3rd day, or you were just like, this is it. This is the day.
There was some private reason why it was sort of a rush.
Oh no.
Well, I didn't want it to come out I didn't want it to come out after my birthday, which is September 11th.
Oh my gosh.
So-
Wait. So happy late birthday. It's like the freaking 17th.
That was
Yeah.
6 days ago.
Yeah. No, and so I didn't want it to come out after that. That's the main reason. That's the main reason.
That's the main private personal
Wanted
reason.
to do it while you were young.
That's
yeah.
I mean, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
right. And then my birthday was the tipping point. And
That's
now-
when you got old.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Washed up, can't do albums anymore.
Yeah.
that hits a little too close to home.
Keeping it real today. Give him.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
I love it. What has been your like weirdest performance ever? Either if it was like an embarrassing performance that you had when you were a kid, or
Don't say
that
this.
you just
Well,
don't say
no.
it. I like
Don't
it.
say this show.
What's this
show?
show?
This was not weird. This was a great. I love the setup you guys have, and you guys do a great job. so
Thanks, thank
I
you.
appreciate you doing it. Yeah. But the weirdest performance I had. Everybody has one terrible performance at least,
Yes.
because you have
It's a rite
to.
of passage.
Yeah.
Or else you think it's too easy. But there was
Those are
one
the bad creatives. There you go. I found it. Found my answer.
who don't have it, who don't go through the experience.
Yeah.
My friend and I, who actually was one of the original instigators of this group, what was going to be a group, we played an open mic night in high school, and we were also in a band together around that time. But we played, and we were going to play like 5 cover songs for like a benefit for something. And we were like, oh, these songs are easy. We're fine. And so we got through about 3 of them, and we were like, okay, if we stop now, it won't be horribly embarrassing. Stones? And we were like, no, that song's going to go the worst, but we have to do it now that he said that. And so we played it and it was miserable. And we actually, afterwards, we went to American Martyrs, the Catholic Church, to pray for forgiveness. So, that's only kind of a joke.
This is
We did do that.
completely
And the
unrelated.
The keyboard should be praying for screwing you guys over. He should be praying the hardest.
Yeah.
He was young. He was younger than us.
And
Oh,
no
no.
excuses. Go find Jesus.
He was probably the best musician of us at the time, too.
That's hilarious.
But
That honestly reminds me of kind of unrelated, but it reminds me of this clusterfuck that happened when I was in high school, where we were singing in front of the choir was singing in front of at like an assembly or something, and we were singing Toto's Africa.
choir? That's really funny.
And our the pianist didn't show up. Like our choir director
was
didn't show
acapella?
up, and so we literally were like, okay. And we like pressed the note that we know people started on, you know, and we started, and sweet Lord in heaven, it was like, I was like, everyone was on their own track, nobody was singing it correctly, and it was the most embarrassing moment of my entire life.
That song's already a meme, too.
Yeah,
I mean, at the
yeah.
time it wasn't, but...
You know, it just became even more meme worthy.
That's
Yeah.
the DJ Khaled concert experience. What she
Right,
described.
if you had him there, too.
no.
Yeah, he would have been the conductor, and you got the exact same result.
Oh no.
I wish.
That would
wish
have
DJ
been
Khaled
great.
was-
Oh my goodness.
He benefits any
He is
recording.
so
He
good.
should be on.
The greatest talented person ever.
Speaking of, who's your guilty pleasure? Who's the person that you're like, yeah, I listen to blank?
I really don't feel guilty about anything.
Solid.
About anything musical, anyway. You'd be kind of a sociopath if you don't feel guilty about anything.
Covering up something. He's wishing there's something bad that he doesn't want to share.
And Jackson Greer, the psychopath, on us tonight.
Okay, let's think about this. Considering your friend group, what would give you the roasting if you said you liked them? And don't tell me you have a very accepting friend group. Because
The
that is
roasting.
the roasting, yeah. Because if they don't roast you, they're not really your friends.
That's true. I mean, I sometimes get into some pop stuff that I'm like kind of cringing about myself.
Yeah.
About being into. But you can't stop a catchy song.
You know,
just
sometimes
can't.
they're just good beats. I'm like, you know, this is like, I still like Firework by Katy Perry.
Yeah.
It's a solid. It's an earworm. It gets stuck in your head.
There's some Katy Perry you can't. Yeah.
Katy
No,
Perry.
that's a fair one.
Katy-
I like some
Yeah.
Katy Perry.
The Katy Perry Parasite's pretty strong.
Yeah.
It is.
Parasite.
Katy Parasite.
Katy Parasite.
That's really.
Oh no, that's so
I hope
good.
she's not watching.
I doubt it.
Ah, shit.
Someone send it to her. That could be fun. Hey, get us there's no such thing as bad publicity, right?
Somebody DM this link to Katy Perry.
Yeah.
We'll
See what
love
this.
this. Then send
Sweet
to
guy.
Katy Perry.
See who answers first.
I like. Is Bon Jovi cringeworthy? I like Bon Jovi.
I don't think so.
My
Yeah.
dad hates Bon Jovi,
There was a-
but that's just him, so no.
Thing is, things go out in and out of style so much that things are like super
Yeah.
uncool, and then like a year later they'll be like, fine.
Yeah, I
feel
feel
like
like
I'm
that's
not
this era,
I
honestly,
feel like at
this
worst,
point.
Bon
That's true.
Jovi's overplayed at worst. I think that's.
You got it? So, yeah, the people behind the scenes have gotten into this hilarious habit of trying to throw the questions to us in forms of paper
Funny
airplane.
if
says,
they were in musical form.
It is a
Musical
form.
music.
Sing this.
Oh, is that actually?
No, it's not written on the back.
I will not.
Yeah.
I will not.
Not you're not into sight singing.
Oh god, I
Alright.
hated sight singing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
I can't
Alto
do that.
clap. No one likes that.
I do.
No, you don't.
Alto
Francis
Alto
says
special.
hair care. Is that cave or care?
It's probably care.
Yeah,
Hair
because
care.
cave doesn't.
I
make
was
sense.
actually gonna ask that too. Your
What's your
hair is
hair
really
care
nice.
routine?
Thank you.
Francis wants to know.
Well, I have this one little waxy thing, and I put it in the morning, and that's all.
What's
I
the
just go
waxy
like that.
thing called? See, we'll at
I
them
don't
too
know,
to
I
get a
don't know.
sponsorship.
I think it's called.
Katy Perry and this waxy
It's
thing.
by. God, I don't even know.
Pantene,
I don't know.
Dove. I mean, I said their names. They should still give me us money.
There you go.
They're
Pick a
here.
brand, any brand.
Pick a
Yeah, I
brand.
like that.
I honestly,
Trader Joe's has
it's called Barber's Classic. I don't
There
know
we
who makes it.
go.
Is it like
Mitch.
the GB Mitch?
It's the Mitchell, Paul Mitchell, I think.
Paul Mitchell.
Look
At
at
Paul Mitchell.
This is not a question I ever expected to answer.
Yeah,
I did not have this ready.
I
We
was
like to
expecting.
keep you on your
wasn't
toes.
I know the questions are random, but even I was surprised by that.
Love it. What's your I don't know why this question is on my mind, but it's an interview session and I'm curious. What's your favorite breakfast cereal when you were a child?
Probably Reese's Puffs.
Those
I
were
love
solid.
Reese's Puffs.
Yeah.
Lucky Charms I like, but I couldn't ever say that was my favorite because the cereal isn't very good.
Yes.
No, like
The
it
marshmallows
needed
are
to be
good.
like sugar
You
coated.
just wanted the
marshmallows.
marshmallows.
Yes.
We all wanted the marshmallows.
There was there's this, and they discontinued it, but it was like a Timon and Pumbaa version, and they called it Mud and Bugs.
Ew.
And basically, don't knock it till you try it.
I mean, the name.
And yes, okay, fine. But
There's-
it was basically a mishmash of Lucky Charms with Cocoa Pebbles. So it was, so it was
okay, I
best
already
of both worlds.
I-
It was like the Cocoa Pebbles puffs, and then with with marshmallows
Cocoa
in it.
Pebbles.
Wow.
Cocoa Pebbles are
Super
my jam.
good.
One was Miley, one was Hannah.
Cocoa
Best of both
Krispies.
worlds.
Cocoa Krispies.
Cocoa Krispies, those are pretty good.
That one's
Cinnamon
good.
Toast Crunch,
get soggy
still
really quickly.
solidly my favorite.
Yes!
The-
Forgot about that.
I love cinnamon toast crunch, but sometimes if I eat too much, I'm just like in a coma of just
Oh, yeah.
sugar overload of
Yeah, I use Cinnamon Toast Crunch creamer in my coffee
Ah.
every morning.
That exists?
Yeah, it does. Coffee makes it.
Tricks
Cinnamon
are good
Toast
too.
Crunch.
Tricks are good too.
That tricks are for
Tricks
kids.
are for kids.
Well,
Hey. Oh, the slogan says so. So
I used to eat the yogurt all the time, and then they discontinued it, and it's
That's
probably
right.
horribly unhealthy for you, I assume. But
I'm sure. I mean, all of those things I feel like we ate when we were kids. What were
That's
those?
good,
Oh my gosh. What were those blue, like, the ones that you heat up? Not Lunchables, but they came in these, like, blue containers, and it was Kid Cuisine! And there was a penguin on the front.
That's a
yeah,
throwback.
Kid
I
Cuisine.
remember Kid Cuisine.
Nostalgic. Dang, I loved Kid Cuisine. I always thought anybody who had Kid Cuisine in their freezer was cool, like, automatically. I don't know.
I loved
I
it
was
back
just a
then.
vibe.
You used to impress people with what was in the fridge. Those were simpler times.
Those are simple. Oh, we got another. Oh, that was pretty dang good.
Not bad.
I gotta get back here. Jeez. Okay.
All right, grab that light.
All right. Yeah,
Who's
we'll
the
get
best?
the light
Who's the
eventually.
best paper airplane maker?
We none of them. No.
Nobody?
One. Nobody.
Ooh, here we go. At Jolene Greer, no relation. What do you do to get inspired to write new music?
The process for me is incredibly. It just comes when it comes, and luckily it comes a decent amount.
That's good.
It hasn't for a little while because during the recording process it's been kind of dry, but it's hard to be the creative and the recording engineer and all that stuff at the same time.
Yeah.
But usually we'll get an idea. Shower ideas are very effective. Usually.
Yeah. Do you have to just like get out and like record it on your phone, or do you like rush to the guitar?
So I usually I tend to write on piano actually.
Oh, okay, cool.
But it's not true for all songs, but that's where I feel most like I feel like I have the biggest breadth of writing ability on the piano. So
Awesome.
I just have this image of you just running out of the shower, putting on a towel, and just dripping, sopping wet on like a piano, just playing the idea.
I don't. It's not,
All right, Aiden.
I'm not sopping wet. I'm like
Damn.
I'm sometimes in the towel still, but that's
Wow,
That's the most.
But now that we've painted that image for everyone,
Oh man, this is
Oh,
a very
God.
descriptive stream.
you know.
Hey, your questions. I'm an open book.
I don't know. This is what happens when we don't write the questions down.
I wrote all of the questions
You
down.
didn't
They're
send them
on
to me.
They're on the Google Doc.
They're
the
good
same
questions.
Google Doc we've been
They're
using
good
this
questions.
What happened if we get new
Google?
Google Docs every episode?
We do not get new Google Docs every episode. Aiden,
What?
where have you been this season?
There's been like 80 episodes. So many things happening.
I'm just not really a person who sits down and is able to just go though, writing wise.
Yeah.
It really is.
You have to
in
wait
the
for
moment,
inspiration.
The moment strikes
Yeah, that's smart.
for me. Yeah.
That's good because you said it strikes often, so you know.
Enough.
Enough. Oh God, guys, I don't know if I. You didn't even make it
What
into the shot.
is-
What's your? In the meantime, do you have a favorite chord progression or one that you always kind of find yourself falling back on?
Oh, so close.
Probably.
Subconsciously.
I assume I do.
You just spam 251s a million times. Just Francis loves that. He loves 251.
I mean, I fall into 4-5-6-1 or some variation of that, like kind of build up.
Got it.
I kind of fall into that sometimes. I'm getting away from it though, and it changes as I write more and more. You get away from those patterns happening too much. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
yeah.
Speaking of making sense, at Honeypot Live asks, favorite video game?
Ooh.
Super Mario Sunshine.
Ooh,
Yes.
That was an easy answer.
that was easy. I was
What
thinking.
about you, Aiden? Favorite
Super
video
Smash
game?
Brothers 2.
That's
but-
enough.
Super Smash
Me-
Brothers.
Melee.
are-
You're a
Yes.
Melee. I liked, first hot take, I like to Brawl more than Melee. Fight me, nerds. But
Brawl was fine.
Brawl was good. I
but
just
Melee
know-
has more like...
People bully me for that opinion.
Melee had GameCube controllers though, and they're objectively the best
I
controllers.
never had a GameCube controller that wasn't like GameStop, Jaw Dog crap.
Oh no.
Oh.
I had just
I
some
know.
pain. But my favorite game was Borderlands 2.
The Sims.
Oh, 3?
Oh yeah.
4.
Ah.
Yeah.
I only
Yeah.
ever had the
There was a
Sims 3.
time where I was living with my friends and I got The Sims and I decided to create our apartment on The Sims.
Yeah, that's so cool.
And it was really cool until I started dreaming and it sort of started turning into my life and I started getting confused and I had a girlfriend in The Sims and I was like, do I have a girlfriend?
Oh no.
Getting lost in the simulation. Oh no.
Life versus reality.
It really started fucking with my mind, so I had to stop playing The Sims.
Oh no. I tried to do the same thing and I was like, oh, I'm gonna be super cool, create this spy character, you know, one of the like evil guys. And so I did, and so I created a really dark house for her, you know, super scientific, all underground, and she hated my design. It was constantly unhappy because she hated it.
I mean, I wouldn't want to live in
I was
just...
like, solid, alright.
I wouldn't want to live in like the Bat Lair or some dark place. Like even Bruce Wayne has like a mansion, and then there's the Bat Cave.
See, that's good hindsight now, Aiden.
Yeah.
Why weren't you there helping me?
Well, that's my spy advice. Just normal house where you can live a normal life, and then your work life, which is just dark despair, pain.
Alright, well, maybe I'll go back and edit.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Your sim would be very happy.
Maybe.
I also don't want to commit too long because I don't want my Sims to die. I'll be sad when they die. So
Yeah, I get that.
if I start with like a grandma or something, and that's one thing. But like
Yeah.
when the kids get old, and that's just depressing.
I know, because then you're
Can't
like,
do
this
it.
is going way too fast,
Yeah.
and then you're like, am I like 26 now? Am I like 28?
Oh,
Do
Am
I
I
have
40?
Do I have gray hairs now? No, wait, that's just The Sims.
That's just The Sims.
Yep,
Don't worry.
solid.
Yeah.
What else? What else have you been doing in terms of what other like artistic things are you interested in besides just playing music and piano and guitar? Are there any other mediums in which you're kind of like you dabble in or enjoy
Well,
watching
I
like
love-
TV?
I studied in college. I studied linguistics, and I really love language.
Cool.
So I'm a fan of writing and some poetry and stuff like that.
Who's your favorite poet?
I'm really partial to Sylvia Plath, and I really like Walt Whitman as well.
Yeah,
I go way
Yes,
back,
them.
but
those are solids.
Indubitably.
Very much solids. Anybody who shoves their head in an oven, I'm kind of like, damn.
Yeah.
yeah,
Sacrifice for your art
Your brain, you gotta warm the brain
or depression, but you know.
You gotta get the brain heated up.
Yep.
I took an
damn.
English class
This
once.
is so dark.
So dark.
You mentioned a recording. Did you record every instrument, or like did you have
Yeah.
other people come and record it?
I didn't want to record every instrument, but that
You did-
ended up happening.
Did you record drums?
Yep.
Oh, how'd that
Yep.
go?
That was probably the hardest part because I'm not a drummer.
Yeah.
I play drums, but I'm not a drummer.
That's a classic.
So
Got it.
it was probably the most. Actually, guitar. Even though I'm a guitarist, guitar was probably the hardest part. Probably because I'm a guitarist.
Yeah,
Who knows?
like the most.
It was all difficult.
Yeah, recording all
But-
the instruments is pain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's say dream like life happens, everything goes according to plan, where would you want to be at like your peak? What does that look like for you?
I've gone back and forth on that lately as I go through my 20s.
They're a fun time.
Because I just want to get to the point where I have an audience that accepts everything I want to do creatively. And that's kind of where I'm sitting comfortably now.
Yeah.
I don't, just because of the way my music is, it's never gonna be like hugely pop music kind of thing, you know, which is fine. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I want to be playing in a band, and I want to be making the music that I want to make, and if I can do that and be doing pretty well, then that's the ideal.
Is there a dream place you would want to play? Rose Bowl, is it?
Weirdly, I've always really been interested in playing the Hollywood Palladium.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Just kind of an odd answer, but it's like it's pretty big, but it has still kind of an intimate club feel.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And there's kind of like a punk ethos kind of thing going on there. Not ethos, that's not the right one of those. Whatever. I've always really enjoyed everything I've seen there.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of. I wouldn't really be interested in the Hollywood Bowl that much. It's kind of.
Apparently,
I want
It's
some
super
like
big.
intimacy.
apparently anyone can rent out the Hollywood Bowl.
I would do
That's
the Greek theater.
not surprising.
I would like the
Yeah.
Greek theater.
Yeah.
Either one, Berkeley or LA.
I really liked, I haven't obviously played there, but, nope.
Maggie at the Hollywood Bowl.
Not yet.
Not
yet.
but the Troubadour, I actually really, really
I've never been
like
there.
the layout of the Troubadour. Because it has that kind of like club vibe, but it's still...
It's not that big though.
It's not that big, but it's got like this top row where it's like you can sit, and then it's got the bottom where it's like everyone can stand. I don't know. It was small enough as well as big enough. You know, is that good medium?
I know so much about
Goldilocks.
the Troubadour, but I've never been there.
Yeah, I
I'd
like
like
that
to.
place. That would be my dream place to go. Watch.
Zach, are you just cutting up your sheet music to like? Yeah.
What's the question?
What song is it?
Schubert. Classic Schubert.
Yeah, it's a lot of alto clef and it hurts my eyes. At Honeypot Live asks, do your best songs come out when you start a relationship or end a relationship?
Ooh.
Probably. I ended one earlier this year.
Oh no.
And I got like 3 songs in the next week.
Wow.
So
Okay, the
I
numbers
guess
don't
that's
lie.
the answer.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Just pull a Taylor
But
Swift.
I've gotten really good ones in relationships too. So
That's nice.
yeah,
It's an even balance. There we
Yeah,
go.
there you
it's
go.
probably more the former.
When these all top the charts, then we'll get the exact number based on how many Billboard number ones you get.
Right.
Oh no, like that was a breakup song. There it is.
Well, if you listen to the EP, you'll find that most of them sound like breakup songs,
Wow.
which is really unintentional. Completely. There was not supposed to be any theme to this. It was just supposed to be a collection of songs, but it's sad.
Sometimes in the nonsense.
I
you
have
find
happy
stuff.
songs.
Oh yeah. Are they on the EP?
No,
No.
they're not.
They'll be on the next one.
Yeah.
They'll be probably soon. I don't
Walking
think there'll be another
Dad's
EP.
Happy songs.
Walking Dad's happy songs from Walking Dolls. I like it. I like it.
Or Walking Dogs.
Or Walking
From
Dogs,
Walking
you
Dolls.
know?
Yeah.
Should get a WAG sponsorship.
Yes. No, it's funny because, I mean, there tends to be like some like melancholy thread through pretty much all my music, even the happy ones.
Yeah.
They're not really happy; they're just songs. But yeah, and I'm probably not going to release another EP. That might change. I'm probably just going to release singles
Yeah.
for a while
Hit 'em with the
because
Drake
this
format.
was a nightmare, and I can only do it because of COVID.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, at the time. Yeah, no, that makes a lot of sense.
yeah.
But it's a good thing to start off with, you know?
Yeah.
It's like you have a good breadth of work
Exactly.
out there already.
Hopefully your next major work will be an album.
That's the idea. Is
Yes.
singles until the album.
Singles till the
Love
record
it.
deal where you get the album, because record deals
That
are
would be
very
good.
easy to get, as we all know.
Oh yeah.
Give them
Well,
away.
we're in a time where that's not the most important thing anymore.
Yeah,
which
that's
is
the nice
great.
thing. You can just
Yeah.
skip the record deal.
Yeah, it helps probably.
So
but,
good. More music now more than ever, but more competition.
Yeah. Well, to kind of finish it on out, what would you say is if you could talk to your younger self, your younger musician self, what would you say to him? To encourage
How
him
much
to keep
younger?
on
Because
going?
there are different younger musicians. Selves.
Let's say like middle school age, like young teenager, 13.
The era that needs the biggest talking to.
Yeah, or that. Yeah.
I don't know if there's anything I could tell him.
Yeah? He's solid on his own.
No, not even that. I just don't know if he'd listen.
If he did, if he was
It's like, I'm you from the future. Get out of here, old man.
I would say stop being so nervous and play in bands and
Yeah.
play with your friends and nobody's good.
Yeah.
And just jam and have fun. And you'll be better in the long run for it.
So I have one last.
You go ahead.
So as we all know, this is the final episode of season 1. Now you ask, how should we end season 1 of whatever Pastel Underground? That's what the show is called. I know the name.
Good Riddance by Green Day.
Hey, good
Do you know
riddance
that one
by
on
Green
guitar?
Day.
Yes, but am I really gonna be asked to do that?
I have power in my
You
hand.
do have power.
I'm down for a sing along though.
I don't know it.
You don't know Good Riddance?
You don't know Good Riddance.
I'm sure if you start playing it, it sounds familiar. I will pretend
what?
like I do.
I forget the opening. Now I got
On the
this
pink guitar.
guitar's in drop D. Shit.
I tuned it back, it's fine.
E?
Yes.
I should do Dust in the Wind. That'd be sad. Yeah, that's the fuck part at the beginning.
Shit.
Oh, it's my favorite part. Fuck.
It doesn't do that live.
I know that one.
Yeah, I don't have a pick on me, but I'll finger pick it.
Good riddance. Oh.
Good! Let's make our own version. Good Riddance.
Good riddance, Green
I
Day.
suck at this without a pick. Here, I'll let you tag it in.
Thanks, guys.
Here they are.
Oh, I know this song. Okay.
When they play it good, you know what it is.
Hey, Pastel Underground Season 1! Really quick before we head on out, thank you so much again, Jackson,
Thank
for
you for
joining
having
us
me.
on our final episode. Go ahead, your socials are, or plug whatever you would like. Floor is
Walking
yours.
Dolls Music on Instagram and Facebook. No, nobody's there because it's Facebook.
Boomers.
I shouldn't say that. That's
It's
not,
true. They're all boomers.
I'm not. That's all I mean is that I don't go on there.
boomer.
And TikTok actually.
Oh, there we go. Walking, same thing. Walking Dolls.
Same thing on Walking
Or
Dolls
Walking
Music.
Dolls Music. Cool. Perfect. Walking Dolls Music. Jackson Greer, everyone.
We made it sound like the show was over, but this is the last episode of the series, of the season. We're going to come back, hopefully at some point sometime, but once again, want to show off all the staff and other guests. So,
Yeah, especially the people,
yeah, this kid. There's a lot of people behind the scenes that do stuff, so everybody want to introduce yourselves real quickly?
Some of you have seen me before. My name is Francis. I do audio. Any audio problems? That's probably me. That's usually me. It's
Blame
all
him.
the time me. It's my fault. You all know Jackson Greer?
Jackson, you've met me. I met most of these people today, so not all of them. Some I've known since elementary school, but
Thank you. I'm Ruben Rojas. I was on episode 0 and the last one, I think.
Yep.
And with the Three Guys Trio. And yeah, it's great. I love these people. It's a great space. Yeah. Go on to the next one.
Hello, I'm Eric. I run cameras here at Pastel Underground, and that's about all. Thank you guys for watching.
I'm Wyndham. I am the director of Pastel Underground, so I'm always behind the camera. Actually, I'm behind the TV screen over there. Yeah.
That no one can see.
That no one can see, except for Francis and all the hosts.
Where I am now.
I'm in front of the camera again. Well, I'm Jeffrey. I do whatever at this point. I don't even know.
Sometimes you're a host, sometimes you're a cameraman.
I can do whatever.
We
jack of all trades.
He's our yes.
Jack
Yes.
of all trades.
Yes.
We changed the name specifically for.
No, screw Jack. Yeah, Jack. Asshole. Yeah.
I'm Jeff of all trades.
That's exactly.
It's almost like Maggie's just said that.
It's okay. Nobody heard me. It's fine. I'm Maggie, the unheard woman on the show. No, but seriously, this has been such an incredible season, and I have to say thank you to everyone here because we couldn't have done it without every single member here, and we couldn't have done it without you guys. So, fucking thanks, man. That's all I got.
Keep it all.
Yeah. First, there's some nameless person we have to thank. Zach, get in here. Get in here. Get in here. Yeah. More than 3 seconds. This is your moment of fame. Don't blow it.
Hi. I throw people airplanes. That's it.
All right, I think that's everyone. Once again, thank you. There's a whole team of people making this show happen. And there's a whole team of people that make this. Oh my God. What?
Leave it to the audio guy to tell you that the sound's gonna cut out if you're too loud.
I'm done. This is someone else's edge.
Everyone.
As Aiden was so aptly saying, there's a whole team of people here, so thank you guys for all making it happen. We couldn't do it without you, and we're so happy to be here. So come on back for our Christmas episode in December, and then come on back for season 2 in 2022.
In the meantime, feel free to follow us on Instagram.com/Pastel Underground Music. Make sure to follow Jackson Greer at Walking Dolls Music on all platforms. The Walking Dolls EP is out on all streaming platforms. Stay tuned for updates.
That's it.
And,
That's our show.
I wish we had a catchphrase.
That's
I'd say
all
that
for
right
now, folks.
Catchphrase.
Hi.